Jed Beaton, round 7 here, Penrite ProMX Championship, QMP. 4 motos to go, coming off a round win there at Toowoomba. How are we feeling?
I actually feel really good. I mean, it was, like you said, come off a round win in Toowoomba. Went home, just trying to fine tune things, and yeah, like I said, feeling really good and confident coming into these last 2.
4 motos, so the scenario really for you, is it to go out there and win? Is that the only thing you can sort of do at this point, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's always the plan to go out there and win. I don't ever go out there to finish something worse than first, you know what I mean? I do all the hard work and all the training for wins. So that's always the plan. I think it's definitely more important this weekend and next weekend to go out there and get some wins. And yeah, I mean, it's hard. The pressure's on both people, and I mean, it's whoever can handle the pressure the best.
Absolutely, you know, and like that with Kyle Webster there, someone you train with throughout the week and ride with so much. I can sort of see that as being a positive, as that person being your arch rival in this championship, because you do so much riding throughout the week. Does that get weird throughout the week for you guys, or is it just happy-go-lucky?
No, I mean, like at the practice track, it's always just normal. I mean, it's an everyday job. We treat it as a job. It's like everyone just goes to work for the day. It's the exact same for us. It's you don't get any points on a weekday. So yeah, everything's normal, and I think race day is going to be completely different. It's some points, money, everything up for grabs. So it's yeah, different mentality.
We've seen, racing all year between you guys. It's the most cleanest on-track racing. A lot of respect for each other. When it comes down to this thing, and 2 motos left, even next weekend, does aggression come into it? Does any other sort of factor of, I've got to go out there and win? Hey, I'm happy to rub elbows. How does that sort of counter with you?
I'm happy to rub elbows, but I mean, in the end of the day, it's like I said before, race day is completely different. It's a factor of many different things. It's different from how you start, where you're around the first couple of laps. I mean, it's it's all different on a race day. I mean, if I go out there and get hole shots and race wins, it makes it a lot easier, but it's not always the case. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything stupid, but in the end of the day, if it has to come to that, I'm happy to give if I receive. So it's yeah, it's no different.
I'm excited to watch this one, play out in front of us. 2 motos tomorrow, a week break, onto QMP, and we'll see who comes out with the championship. Thanks, Jed.
Yeah, I'm excited coming into Gympie. It's been a 3-weekend break for us, so a bit of recuperation for me. Not a lot of riding. I've done the last 2 days and got the bike a little bit better too. So massive thanks to Franco coming down. We did a couple of days riding up here in Queensland. Feeling good, so I'm excited for this. I really enjoyed this track in 2019 when we raced. And QMP next weekend, I've loved that every year. So the last 2 nationals I'm really excited about.
Was it just taking some time off the bike between the 2 rounds, or was something else sort of going on there, or?
Yeah, just old age, taking some time off. To be honest, it's my knees were really sore after Toowoomba. Twisted both of them in ruts and just had to let them settle down again. But yeah, I was just staying training and staying fit, but just not a lot of riding. But feeling good on the bike, so I feel fresh. I'd rather come in feeling fresh and energetic than tired. So
has it set in? There's 4 more of these motos to go for you for what we see before sort of walking away from it for a little while, or
yeah.
How do those emotions feel now?
Yeah, it's starting to settle in a little bit, but I mean, I haven't really announced anything myself, but it's coming around, and yeah, it's starting to hit me a little bit, but I'm excited. I mean, I've just tried to stay focused on what I want to do racing, and not look anything past tomorrow's racing. So, I want to do well. I want to compete well and finish off strong.
Round 7, we'll see the return of Wilson Todd under the Honda Racing Australia tent. Hey Wilson, fantastic to see you back here racing. We've seen at the end of April the sort of injury you had there throughout the leg, and how's that been? How's this last 3 months been?
Yeah, it's difficult, different than anyone's probably ever been through, I guess. Just a couple of weeks of just not being able to move your leg just dead straight, and like most of my leg's fine. It's just, but you're just trying to get that skin to stick. It's right behind my knee in a bent area, so if I start bending my leg, the skin will kind of just peel off. So just had to wait it out for that. And then, it starts feeling good. I could start running, cycling, things like that, but I wasn't able to ride because I can't put knee braces on there and put straps on, whatever. So, waited about 3 months and it's quite thick now. So I got myself some foam pads instead of the straps at the back, so I just pull them up and ready to go. But for the most part, it's pretty good. And yeah, just trying to get that fitness back.
I think for everyone right now visualising that, it's a tough thing to even, like, I remember looking at the photos, it was pretty horrific. How long have you actually had back on the bike, and then leading into this weekend, that decision to, to race these final two?
Yeah, so I think I had 2 weeks on just a demo bike. It was just completely stock, just to sort of roll around and have a little bit of fun, I guess, make sure my leg's not going to fall apart on me. And then I picked up my practice bike at Toowoomba 3 weeks ago, I guess, and then I've been riding it just a bit over 2 weeks. Just back into it with Ford Dale, doing motos and stuff like that. But I've obviously lost a lot of strength and fitness in the time I had off, and now I'm just trying to get it back before Supercross. So we're not there yet, but we'll get there slowly.
Excited to see you back at the races, mate. It's fantastic to see you.
No worries, thank you.
Coming off a moto win at Toowoomba for Kaleb Barham, that's a big ask. That's a big task to be able to go and tick that box off, Kaleb. How does that feel, coming into another round here? A little bit more motivation? Does it give you that extra kick, and considering you had a track you ride at quite a lot?
Yeah, look, obviously to tick that box is obviously really well. So it adds expectation though now, I would say. We've shown that we're a moto winner, so now you've got to do it again. You need to prove that it's not a fluke. So yeah, fortunately enough, these last 2 tracks, this one not as much as QMP, but I've rode these tracks a little bit, QMP a fair bit. So look, I'm looking forward to it. We're in the backyard. I think the weather's going to play nice. I was kind of hoping it was going to bucket down rain and make for a bit of a muddle. We haven't had one yet this year, but look, I'm excited. Obviously, we've just been growing motivation and confidence in these last couple of weeks, and we've had a solid program with the 0-0 crew. And look, it's going to be a good 2 weeks here to finish off the season, and then excited, obviously, moving into Supercross. It's going to be a good end of the year for Kaleb Barham.
Hey, we've seen that for you. You got the Supercross track up and running. Have you spun any laps on this yet? When does the Supercross setting sort of slide into the practice bike there?
Look, the Supercross setting's going to take a little bit to get in there. I'm going to be honest, I've been riding Supercross. It was pretty well my lead into Echo Valley, so I've been spending a fair few laps on it, just enjoying it, taking out the whoops with it, so it's not that risky. But yeah, look, obviously everyone knows I really enjoy Supercross, but I've got a point to prove here in these last 4 races. So I've got to be under my bonnet, and I want to be on that podium in these last 2 rounds, no questions asked, and I want moto wins. So yeah, look, I'm excited. It's obviously going to be I think a bit of a more basic track this weekend, but look, I'm going to be excited. It's going to be very start dependent, so lucky we're good off the start. We proved that last round, and yeah, we'll see what we can do here this weekend.
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, yeah, before Toowoomba, I spiral fractured my leg, and yeah, I got through the day. It was quite uncomfortable, but we salvaged the points and retained second in championship, so all in all, yeah, it wasn't ideal, but we got out of there unscathed. And yeah, we've had 3 weeks off since. Definitely feeling a lot better now. Wouldn't say I'm still 100%, but yeah, we've had a bit more time on the bike, been able to do some practice days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good day tomorrow.
So expectations, you've got to be a little bit more, a sense of calmness coming into tomorrow with how it's feeling, and then expectation of what you want out of the weekend. Where do we lie there?
Yeah, obviously it's feeling much better now, and I still think second in championship for me is probably the goal now. Obviously Brody's quite far in front, and with the races that we got left, it's probably a little too late. So yeah, it's quite close between us for the second and third on the podium. So yeah, I think second's a great goal, and we'll just aim to race for that.
Championship-wise so far for the season, you've got to be happy with your results. Is that what you expected, or did you expect more from yourself?
I knew coming into the start of the season that I could do really well. I thought that I could fight for this championship. Along the way, I've just had a few mistakes on my behalf, where I've had a few rough motos where I could have retained a few more points than what I have, and obviously a few injuries here and there. But all in all, I'm quite satisfied where we are at the moment. Obviously, I want more as a racer, and I want more for the team, but for the moment, I'm more worried about tomorrow, and just, yeah, we'll take it race by race from here on out.